What should be measured, Matt, what should be measured in a school system to see if it is doing its work successfully, aside from standardized test grades, regular grades, and college admissions?
The most, as a school committee member, remember, so I'm running for school committee, I'm not running for superintendent, I'm not running for curriculum coordinator. As a school committee member, what I would want to understand is the progress being made over the course of time by the students in the system. And MCAS is one of many tools. It's a blunt tool. It should never be the only tool. I don't have the capability to design the tool that's going to be used to measure academic success, to measure academic progress. I know the wrong thing for me to do on the school committee is bury myself in mountains of data to try to figure out who's doing well and who's not doing well. What you need at the school committee, which is an oversight board, is a set of key indicators from the management team, from the superintendent on down, how he or she and his or her management team is evaluating progress and success, and very importantly, weaknesses in the organization. So we, at a board level, at an oversight level, are able to say, okay, here's what we need to focus on. We agree with you here. Here's what we don't need to focus on. So I don't know what the tool would be to measure success. What we want is progress in terms of learning, and we want breadth of course offerings. We don't want all of our students struggling, taking a very limited number of courses. The tools used to measure that, I'd be looking to the management team, but I'd know whether I'm getting the right tools when I see them.
In my work on the strategic planning committee, I focused a lot on teacher evaluations, and there are books filled with ways to measure whether a teacher is doing a good job or not. There are inputs and outputs, and measuring student performance and student achievement to me is one of those outputs, and there are a variety of different ways. And I do agree with Matt that this is something you look towards your management team, the superintendent, to advise you on what would be the appropriate way. But I think there's also an element, there's also room for community input. What do we want from our school system? And some of that will come, there's been talk before about evaluating parents, about doing surveys of parents and surveys of students, as well as surveys of teachers. Let's find out what, as a community, can we all agree on what we're looking for in the public schools. Are we looking, I know you said not MCAS, but my sense is that MCAS is, if people are interested in a measure, it's a very small measure, same with SATs, but we're looking for a richer measure of our students, of the whole student. Are they going to be successful later in life? Not do they necessarily do well in a test, but are we preparing them well for college? Are we preparing them well for other experiences in their lives? And so I think that that's something, a discussion we need to have as a community. What do we want our children to walk away with when they're finished with their 13 years of education here in Newton? And again, we can look to some books for some guidance, and then we need to hear from the public, I believe, on a measure like that.
Okay, thank you very much.